Welcome back to DVC Weekly. This is episode 248. My name is Jason Rippelding. I'm the broker of Buy and Sell DVC. I'm here with Scott Ferrioli.
I'm the owner of DVC-Rental.com and BuyandSellDVC.com.
And today is November 5th, 2025. So your 11-month window is going to be October 5th, 2026. 7-month window is going to be June 5th, 2026. We're starting the buy and sell side of things. I'm going to try and give you a Disney Vacation Club in 5 minutes or less. So here we go. We're going to make it quick. There's 17 resorts to choose from, and you can buy those resorts direct, or you can buy those resorts resale. Now, some of the resorts direct are going to have limited availability. You might not be able to buy Grand Cal, but listen, time of year changes. There's basically 17 resorts to choose from. The resorts have different end dates. They have different annual dues. They have different styles, and they have different locations. At your home resort, you can make a reservation up to 11 months in advance. The other resorts, it's 7 months, unless you choose to own at Riviera, the Cabins of Fort Wilderness, or Disneyland Hotel. If you buy one of those 3 resorts resale, you can only stay at that one resort that you bought at. If you buy resale, you can still bank, you can still borrow, you can still walk a reservation. You can do all those types of things with your points. There's no restrictions on that. If you want to buy a Sorcerer's Pass, you have to either be a Florida resident or a Blue Card member. At the moment, to be a Blue Card member, you have to buy 150 points or more directly from Disney. If you want access to the lounges or Moonlight Magic, you have to buy 150 points or more directly from Disney. And that, I think I did that in 3 minutes or less.
I think you did.
So
it's maybe a short episode. I don't know here.
Well, pretty much, I mean, I think I covered a lot and in a short amount of time. So hopefully you retained it all. There will be a quiz at the end of the episode. So now we're on to the food review.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you! Get in my belly!
So for my food review, it is time to conclude my trip to Ale and Compass. So luckily, we'll leave this a little bit on a brighter note than last time. I personally had the crab cake Benedict for $19. Again, 40% off. So those poached eggs, lump crab cakes, arugula, and a lemon herb hollandaise sauce. While not mentioned, it does also come with their home fried potatoes as well, which I actually thought were really good. I love Eggs Benedict, and these were decent. I found the value on these to be pretty good. You get two crab cakes, decent amount of real crab meat in it. It was a little heavy on the arugula, but that was fine. Hollandaise sauce was just fair, not as good as other places I've been to, but definitely not a bad meal for me. Overall, I'd give it a 7.5, and if I had gone back, I probably would have tried something different next time. But as I mentioned last time, I can't imagine I'll ever go back just with the way the food has been a couple times and the service that we've had. So we are removing that from all future rotations for now.
And now we're on to the DVC-Rental side of things.
On the DVC rental side, I want to talk about 3 underrated DVC resorts, in my opinion. First one is Old Key West at Walt Disney World. It was the original DVC resort, opened in 1991, and I think sometimes it gets overlooked because it doesn't have any flashy transportation like monorails or Skyliner. What makes it special is that it has huge villas. It has some of the largest square footage of any DVC rooms. And to go along with that, it's also one of the least for points on the studios. It's always right in there for one of the least expensive on points, and Grand Villa by far the least expensive on points. So those Grand Villas at Old Key West are large, 2-story like houses, and they sell out pretty quickly. Almost houses, they're attached, but beautiful resorts.
And if someone asks you, like, why is Old Key West, require so many less points than say Polynesian, what is your answer? I'm just curious.
I don't know. It's a tough one because my original thought would have been that that's how they allocated it back in the day, and you can't add on more points. So they probably undervalued it a little bit. But then you take stuff like a Saratoga Springs or an Animal Kingdom, where I stay in the studios the most, so I try to compare those. A lot of times their studios are the same amount of points. So I just feel, I mean, I think that their 3 bedrooms are just really undervalued. Like they could have been 15 more points per night and be perfectly fine. I think that maybe just back in the day, they didn't allocate enough points for the resort and they gave everything a good deal. And it seems that as they've built more resorts on, everything's got a little more point heavy each time.
I mean,
it's a
that's
little more expensive.
Again, my answer is like, I feel like Disney needed to start a Disney Vacation Club with a bang. So they needed to get people in there, you know? So they needed to get you in. They needed to show you a good value. They needed all these members spreading the word about how they loved it. And I mean, I don't really think we've ever touched on this. I mean, when Disney Vacation Club first started and you stayed on Disney property, you got free tickets to the parks until December 31st, 1999. So I say that, you know, if Old Key West was built today, the point chart would be completely different.
Yep.
That's the bottom line. I mean, in like each resort, like he says, each resort just keeps creeping up. They build this resort, okay, now it's going to be this. Now it's going to be this. I mean, that's why the beauty of Old Key West, and that's also the beauty of, even if you buy in today, you're buying in today, whether you buy resale, direct, wherever you buy, guess what? You're still looking at that point chart that the members got in 1991, 1992. So, you know, you benefit from it as well because that point chart's still the same.
34 years, that point chart is not moving, and that's what you take advantage of.
Yeah, but I mean, the bottom line is, I think if Old Key West was built, the point chart would be completely different today. Yep. So, sorry.
I agree. No. Some of the other things that make it special is as relaxed, laid-back vibe. It's themed like Key West, so when you're walking around, you get bright colors. They're playing reggae music and Jimmy Buffett, like really, really nice, lush greenery. It's got Olivia's Cafe. It's a hidden gem of a restaurant. Again, I'm still mad at them, and I've gone back, but I'm still mad at them for taking my pork carnitas off the menu, which is one of my favorite meals on Disney property. And it's still great, hearty meals. It's got a loyal fan base. And one of the other cool things about it, you got boat access to Disney Springs, so it's an easy, relaxing transportation option to go over to Disney Springs.
And next, one con, I don't know if it's okay to mention.
Cons, we're supposed to talk about how good these are. Why these are the special, underrated ones. Tell me a con. So,
but if you're staying on, there's only 2 levels at Old Key West, correct? Just
3.
Okay, so if you're staying above the first level, there's no
elevators in many of the buildings.
Oh, some of them do have elevators?
Some do have
Oh,
elevators.
they do, okay.
Some have elevators, but the majority of them do not have elevators.
Okay, so that can be a con for some people, so I just want to,
you possibly think, like, if you need a wheelchair, like any assistance, really, that can be tougher, but also, when you first check in, if you're on the 3rd floor and you've got that nice view, you're going to have to get that luggage up those flights of stairs, so a little bit tougher.
Okay, sorry, I didn't.
No, you're good. Second on the list, we've talked about these ones recently, is Hilton Head. Why it's underrated? It's not near a Disney park, so it's often skipped by members who just plan on going to Disney and visiting Orlando. Highly overlooked. I mean, it's a true, I would say, like, it says beach vacation. It's combination. I picture it more of like a camp out beach location because you're right across from the beach. You drive over to Disney's private beach, or you can take the shuttle over there. But it's not Disney palm trees. It's South Carolina with big oaks, with the Spanish moss, the low country charm, laid back theming. I mean, it's cozy and rustic, and you're walking through, and it's just like little cabins, and there's like cornhole stuff laid out, and they've got a fire pit for roasting marshmallows and doing campfire stories and singing at night. It's like the setting, it's all that, plus they've got kayaking and fishing, wildlife viewing from the resort. They take you on private nature walks down by the water, and they go through stuff. It's like being on a cruise and going on the excursion. You're paying for the private guide to walk you around and teach you stuff, but all of this comes for free when you stay at Hilton Head. You've got access to the beach house on the ocean, which has a pool and a snack bar, as well as access to the beach. There's so much stuff to do and so many family-friendly programs. Really, really underrated choice. I've only been there once. You have not been.
Unfortunately, I thought that's where we're going to start going on a regular basis, but we couldn't get the reservation, and we got it at Vero, and then we just started going to Vero.
And we know how that worked out. You don't have to tell our listeners how that worked out, Jason. He got addicted to Vero. Like Debbie and Cassandra, who both work for us, absolutely love Hilton Head, and they pretty much go yearly, so they love it there. And now the next one, the last underrated choice.
Oh no,
Disney's Vero Beach with Jason. Why it's underrated? Because you can go there and see Jason pretty much at any time. You'll find him laying out by the pool, doing the slides. Now, in all honesty, it's away from Walt Disney World. It's about an hour and a half, 2-hour drive. So a lot of people skip it. It's on the beach. You can get rooms with ocean views, direct sand access. I mean, it's slower paced. It feels like a true Florida beach vacation with Disney touches to it. So it's much more laid back. There's not a ton of stuff to do there. This is not Walt Disney World.
So do you know what the nickname for Vero Beach was? Say between like
Jason's Beach?
This is for the locals. This is like the Vero Beach locals gave it this nickname between like say 1995 to 2010. This was a popular nickname for Vero Beach.
No, what was that?
Zero Beach.
Really?
Yeah, because they felt like there were zero things to do there. But now that name is, they've lost that name because now it feels like, again, did you just say that there's not a lot to do there?
I was just saying that it's much more relaxed. There's not a ton of stuff to do. It's not like Walt Disney World, but you've got the pool there. You've got the ocean. They've got fishing at lakes there. They've got activities around the resorts.
But you can turn this into a cruise vacation if you want.
A cruise vacation?
Well, meaning you can wake up and do because you went fishing.
Yes.
You could wake up and go fishing. You could wake up and go kayaking.
Jet ski.
You can do jet skis. You can surf fish. You can go on a dolphin, like on a boat tour to look at dolphins.
They have wildlife tours with dolphins and manatees. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff to do. A lot of it's not right at the resort and it's off-site. But you're right. It's like a cruise. It's kind of like you make your own adventure. If you want to stay at the resort and lay by the pool all day, that's what you'll do. If you want to wake up and, again, we did a fishing excursion last time, which was fantastic. Wake up, do a fishing excursion, come back, hang out go play mini golf on the resort for free, and then go hop in the ocean for a little bit. Like you make your own adventure type thing.
Yeah. And then I figured out that I never really knew where they did the kayak, excursion, but the one person that must be involved in it, they post a lot. And then I figured out that they go to Round Island, and if you go to Round Island, you will literally see I say this but you will see so many dolphins. I mean, they're just always there. You'll see manatees. So that's where they do the kayak trip. And, but yeah, I mean, again, like I say, you can turn this into, which I'm sure you can do the same thing at Hilton Head, like you were mentioning, all these things. You can kind of turn these into a cruise type thing where, you can pick your excursion for the day, do a 3-hour excursion, come back, relax, do whatever. Yeah. And I will tell you, I think that I've gone through in my phases of DVC where I didn't like, having non-DVC locations. And now I definitely like having because and I don't know if it's just society today, but it's nice going there. And I know that people talk about the cast members at Hilton Head. Everyone loves the cast members. Yeah, and everyone loves the cast members at Vero Beach. It's just, it's nice going there where you get the Disney feel, the vibe, everyone, you know what I mean? And I don't think I ever mentioned this, when I was at Vero Beach in I think it was July, I was wearing, I guess, different shorts I normally wear. I ran into someone I knew from a long time ago, talked to him for a bunch, go back to my room, and the next morning we're leaving, and I can't find my money clip, and it has my ID and everything, and I'm like, it must have fallen out of my pocket. So I go down to the front desk, and I'm like, did anyone turn in the money clip? And then the lady's like, she wants me to describe it, so I figure that they have it. When I describe it, she's like, no. Well, then some other lady that was listening said, oh, it sounds like something that just got turned in, whatever. And sure enough, comes back out, and that's my money clip. So, I mean, I'm not saying that nothing bad happens at these resorts, but I feel like I'm in the group of where I feel like nothing bad happens at these resorts, which is nice to have, It's nice.
Absolutely.
I mean, So now I wish that Disney. I don't think Disney is going to build another offsite location for DVC. I don't think it's going to happen the way costs are these days. I think they feel they're going to get a better return on like another Orlando resort. But if they did build another Florida property on the Gulf side, that'd be great. But it's probably not going to happen.
I still have stuff on my list.
Oh, sorry.
Can I go
Yes.
now?
Relaxing, slower pace.
Relaxing, slower pace, just as Jason said. One also great things is that there's something called the turtle magic season, where you can see the sea turtles come up and do hatching on the beach, and then lay their eggs and hatching during the summer months at Vero Beach. It's got unique amenities, some like we've mentioned already, with mini golf. They have campfire sing-alongs where Jason brings his own marshmallows with him. He doesn't trust the marshmallows at Vero Beach. And a plate. Bike rentals, plus again oceanfront pool with a pirate ship slide for the little kids. Actually, the pirate ship slide with pirate ship play area as well. And also one thing is for being right on the ocean, less expensive points. So it's a really good way to use your points. If you figure like an ocean view room would be super expensive, not a bad use of points at all. So because it's an older resort, it's still smaller, I guess, point totals, kind of like old Key West was. So get some really great deals on a great location.
Plus, and maybe this is something silly, but I don't know. I like the fact that you can go to Vero Beach, and I usually stay in an in-room. So I park underneath the resort, and there's no like the luggage. I can't think of what those things are called. Luggage carts. Yeah. They're there.
They're available.
They're available, and you're just like I feel like everyone that's staying there gets a luggage cart, unloads their stuff, takes it. There's no one like, whatever you call it. A bellman or whatever.
Yeah, there's no bell services.
Right. They're not trying to like be right in your face to like, let me help you.
Yeah.
You get to do it at your own pace. Then now this goes back. I think this is pre-2020. They might have charged for mini golf. I'm not exactly sure how the charging worked. Like you had to pay like $1 or $2 or something.
It used to be like $1 or $2 if you weren't a DVC member, and free if you were a DVC member. Now I think everybody gets it.
Now they don't, if you call that nickel and diming, there's no nickel and diming there. They hand you a putter, they hand you a ball, like it's, and which is good. Like you don't want to go to a place where you feel like you're getting nickel and dimed, It's
everything's kind of like a cruise. It's like everything's included. You walk up to the little shack and you can get stuff because they have a pool table outside. You can play pool, you get ping pong, foosball. Like they have all these activities. Bike rentals they do charge for and stuff like that. But otherwise, everything is pretty free, and it's a great. Every time we talk about Vero, I sit there and I go, man, I need to go back. And it happens every single time. I haven't gone since February. I need to go.
And like you say, it's not, again, this is another resort, I want to say it opened 1996. So it's another resort where the point totals are lower. Again, if this resort was built today, it would be completely different point chart. So again, that's one thing that we don't talk about is you're benefiting from the fact that these point charts are locked in. So even if you buy right now, again, you're not being, say, okay, this is your 2025 point chart because you're buying in this year. No, you get to use the 1996 point chart. So it really is that's a great thing.
I just want to point out, while it does have higher dues because it is right on the ocean, I guess the salt water does take its toll on some things, and it expires in 2042. Any new resort, any of the big resorts out there directly through Disney are typically priced $250 per point and above. How much is Vero Beach going for about right now?
Around $45 a point.
$45 a point. It's like a sixth of the amount of one of the other resorts. And you can stay at Vero Beach, which is a great resort. And at 7 months, you can transfer into those same expensive resorts. Your Grand Floridians, your Polynesians, anything that's, again, you've used anywhere with the original 14 resorts. So Vero Beach, great option. I know Jason owns there. I own some contracts there as well. Wonderful, wonderful choice, and I'm going to have to go back now.
Wait,
go to Vic's.
Did you used to go to Vero Beach when they had an open house in the cottage?
No, I don't.
So they used to.
I've done a tour. I did a tour of one of the cottages once, but I was never there when there was an open house.
Well, when you did the tour, did they have cookies in there? And lemonade?
No, one day I went there and I said, "Hey, I own my business. I want to take some videos. Can you show me some stuff?" And they showed me. I got into like a studio, 1 bedroom, a 2 bedroom. Actually, I didn't do a studio because I already had a ton of videos on studios. But they walked me into a 1 bedroom, a 2 bedroom, and the beach cottage, which was really, really cool.
Okay.
Let me walk around, take video, and talk and everything.
So this was, I believe, early 2000s.
Wish there were cookies.
They used to have open house, I want to say. It might have been like Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Or maybe it was only like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 p.m. in the cottage with fresh baked like chocolate chip cookies and lemonade.
There's only 6 cottages. They used to designate one for open houses.
Well, again, maybe
they're so hard to get. Why would you do that?
Well, I don't think that they were like. Again, you're talking back then when people are first of all, there's not as many members back then. You have people stretching out their points, meaning they don't want to, it's not, I feel like there's so many more members now that people are just like, oh yeah, let me throw points at the beach, like that wouldn't happen now, like you say, but back then I just don't think that, and this was at a time maybe Vero Beach wasn't sold out yet. I can't remember what year Vero Beach sold out. Yeah. But yeah, it was, you used to be able to get chocolate chip cookies, lemonade, be in the cottage.
They also used to do that in the lobby at Vero Beach with the chocolate chip cookies at like 1:30 p.m. or something like that. And they stopped doing that recently. But I think Hilton Head still does that.
Oh, really?
Every day at like 1 or 1:30, they put out cookies and lemonade and stuff.
Nice.
It's a nice, I mean, it sounds silly, but that's just a nice little option to have.
I mean, yeah.
For Disney to give you free drinks and free cookies, take those free cookies. Take advantage of those free cookies.
I mean, where else are you getting that at?
Yep. Vero Beach had that, yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that show. And leave us some comments, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day.